Today, we're going to take a look at the brainiac of the teenagers with attitude and longest Mighty Morphin Power Ranger team member, the Blue Triceratops Ranger, Billy Cranston. The basic Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger was released in June 2020 for Wave 5 of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. The box art still looks great, and it's still by Tom Whalen. The basic Blue Ranger figure comes with his power lance, the lance split in two, his blade blaster, and the lightning effect. Of course, he also comes with spare hands and his Billy head. I don't care what this post says, the Billy head looks like a frickin' grandma. This is the worst head in the entire series. From the original 5 Rangers, from best to worst are Trini, Kimberly, Chubby Jason, Teeth Jason, Bernie Mac Zach, Old Man Zach, and finally, Grandma Billy. This grandma theme seems to be popular with Hasbro because they rolled it over onto the Retro Morph figures. Don't worry, we get another chance at Billy's head, except this time, he looks like a hoity-toity Englishman. Look, I know that the vintage flippy heads aren't realistic, but they are much more appealing than these heads, especially Billy's vintage head. Now, I said appealing and not accurate. The helmet sculpt for Billy is too round. It looks like a ball. Let's do another Raz Holly countdown from best helmet to worst. The Black Ranger helmet is probably the best in this line. Then it'd be pink and yellow. They're really well done. The Green Ranger helmet seems a little bit off, but I can't put my finger on it. The Blue Ranger helmet is way too round, and this makes the figure look awkward in many photos. And finally, the squished Red Ranger helmet just plain sucks. It's like looking at a fish. You can't see much of the sides, so come on Hasbro, this is the lead Ranger. The full power lance is pretty thin, and I find myself looking for the thicker parts so that he can hold it in place. The articulation on his figure is exactly what you would expect from figures of this caliber. There's not really anything that could be improved with the bodies. They're all the same, but the helmet, head, and weapons still have ways to go. No more Grandma Billy, please. Without this figure, the team wouldn't be complete. So if you're trying to get the team, he's a must-have. If not, then he's an easy pass, as the worst figure in the team.
夏の後楽園遊園地、恐竜戦隊10レンジャーのもとに特捜エクシードラフトが駆けつけた。勇気、パワー、スピード、凄まじい必殺攻撃で魔女バンドーラを追い詰める。正義の心を一つにして史上最強ダブルヒーローが地球を守る。戦え最強戦士ダブルヒーロー。
君たち後楽園遊園地で僕と握手。
ドラゴンボール Z 館開催中。
Billy Cranston was the Mighty Morphin Blue Triceratops Ranger. He wielded the power lance and piloted the Blue Triceratops Zord. Billy is also the brains of the group, helping Alpha and Zordon a great deal with his inventions. We heard this before. Billy's story starts at Ernie's juice bar. Jason gives him his first karate lesson. Rita escapes, earthquake, teleport 5 teenagers with attitude, here's your morphers, some believe, others don't, putties attack, teens morph, they fight Goldar, they meet Zords and Megazord, save the day, and accept the responsibility of being a Power Ranger. Trini Kwan is Billy's best friend, and she serves as his interpreter when he uses his technobabble. In episode 2, High Five, Billy invents the Power Rangers communicators. Episode 6, Food Fight, is the episode that was released in the original VHS tapes for Billy. The Cultural Food Festival to raise money for playground equipment is being held at the Juice Bar. Of course, Bulk, Skull, and 2 other friends start a food fight. Inspired by this, Rita has Finster create Pudgy Pig, who would eat all the food on Earth. Once on Earth, he starts his feeding binge. The teens get into trouble for the food fight, and just then, they are called to the command center. Zordon tells the teens how Pudgy Pig will eat all the food in the world in 48 hours. They morph out and attack the pig with their weapons, but he eats them. They are teleported to a park without their powers. Pudgy Pig continues his binge at the food festival. When the teens arrive at the juice bar, Trini notices that he didn't eat any of the spicy foods. The plan now is to make food with spicy radishes. They morph out a second time and give the pig food, including a radish sandwich. He spits out the weapons, and the Rangers build the power blaster and destroy Pudgy Pig. The teens return to the destroyed food festival. Alpha teleports some subs, and Mr. Kaplan, the principal, buys one for $20 in 1990s money. Unfortunately, his sandwich is a radish sandwich. Now, I know in one of the other videos I mentioned how that was the only time they destroyed a monster without the Zord, and this time they kind of do the same thing, but it's done with a power blaster, so I'm not counting it. Bones was destroyed by having his head tossed into a pit of lava. At least I think it was lava. Now, I'm not sure why they chose this episode for Billy's tape when it doesn't really feature him too much. One of my favorite things that happens to Billy is in the episode Power Ranger Punks. Bamboo slips a potion into Kimberly and Billy's drinks, and they become badasses. Look at that outfit. Then there was a time when Billy and Kimberly switched bodies. Billy would continue to be a Power Ranger all the way till Zeo. He would become a tech for the command center, helping Alpha 5 and Zordon. By the end of Zeo, Billy started to rapidly age. Because of this, he had to go to Aquitar since they had the science to help him out. He also met an Aquatarian girl that he fell in love with. In Power Rangers Megaforce, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers showed up to fight in the legendary battle. I'm going to assume that the Mighty Morphin Triceratops Blue Ranger in that battle was Billy. He also showed up in Beast Morphers when Jason was asked to help Devin and the gang. Billy is one of those characters that has really grown on me. At first, he was a bit corny with his technobabble, but once they let up on that, he became much more bearable. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. What's with this photo of Billy? It looks nothing like David Yost. Is it him? He just looks strange. and they would use this version of Billy for all the promo materials, like coloring books and even the vintage Flippy Head version. It's just strange to me.